you did that.
What's going on, you guys? Your boy Black Ranger here, and welcome back to another week of BlakRanger's Blerd Life, where we just go over everything Blerd and Blerd related, nerd and nerd related. We just here to have a good time, you guys. This week is gonna be a different type of video. So I've said that a few times in the last couple of videos, but true to this one is, did my normal this week, hit the Goodwills, the thrift store, Salvation Army, the few pawn shops we have in this area, and found nothing. I was able to find an Amish Market on Facebook Marketplace that I forgot about, and it's only about 25 minutes from the house, which is great. Got a few pickups there, and we're going to get into that. But this week, we're going to kind of talk about what makes Black Ranger, getting into some of my favorite things in the collection, and just different things that I got going on, and how I started this YouTube channel. Before we jump into that, I want to give a shout out to NES Complex. He's a great guy. He has awesome content on YouTube, you guys. If you haven't looked him up, please do so now. I'll put the link in the description. He has great information on, how video games came about, the storylines, the artwork, cheat codes, development, when it came out, Japanese versions, American versions, all of it, you guys. Go check it out. Great content. And you're gonna actually probably learn some things that you didn't even know about some of your favorite games from Super Mario up to now. So go give him a look out on Instagram and YouTube. Again, he's at NES Complex. Gonna love what you see. All right, you guys. So we're about to hop into the few things that I was able to get at the Amish Market this week. And once we do that, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna go over, like I said, what makes Black Ranger Black Ranger. Let's have some fun. All right, you guys. Pretty light week as far as pickups go. Like I said, lately, the thrift stores, Goodwill, Salvation Army in this area have been empty. The Goodwill that I go to most of the time, they pretty much removed everything off of the shelves as far as entertainment, DVDs, games, and they're restocking, but it's slim pickings there. Visited some other thrift stores, saw nothing. Went out to a few yard sales, saw nothing, and ended up with just these things. Found an Amish Market that I kept meaning to visit and found out it's only about 25 minutes from the house. So went there and I was able to find these items all in one shop. Next time I go, I will get video footage inside because it's amazing. They have 3 actual lots and they have tons and tons of stuff. But these are just some quick pickups I got. First off, got Killer Instincts on the SNES, so that'll be fun to play. Got that. Sold this in the same case, Battletoads and Double Dragon for the Sega, so I'll be giving that a test. And then, of course, NBA Street, I need Volume 2 still, but this is complete in box. Dug through all the crates. Of course, that little piece right there is broken, but everything, that's good. And the game's in decent shape, playable shape. Everything is tested and working, so got that. And then as I was leaving, the owner was like, hey, check out this old thing. I know you got a bunch of systems, you said, so look at this. This is something I had never seen, and I was like, hey, why not? It's complete in box. Everything's there. He was like, I can't even find one on eBay, and ended up finding one that was there for $10. But it wasn't in box, so he was like, hey, this is everything in box. How about 15? Sure. And what I'll do is I'll actually put something right in the bottom corner to where you can see the other sold listing that I saw that I didn't want to mention. So picked all these things up there. That was pretty cool. Just going to sit back and probably play NBA Street now. Just have some fun. So let's get it.
Wilco has it. The TV fun game with extra features for everyone, youngster or pro. There's automatic scoring, and not just one game, but 4.
All right, you guys. So again, that's what I was able to get at the Amish Market this weekend. The biggest thing in terms of size, the APF TV Fun. This is the Sportsorama model number 402. You can find these on eBay or just on the internet, but it's very rare that you're going to find it in box. And when you find it in box, it's not going to be this box. They have the generic box and not this one. So it's a pretty cool pickup. Like I said, got it from the guy for pretty cheap because he didn't know what it was, and I was like, neither do I, but it looks cool. Something else to add to the collection if I keep it, but you know, that's that. But yeah, so BlakRanger, Blerd Life, how this all started. I sit around and watch YouTube videos a lot, and I mean a lot. When I'm sitting at the computer, in between assignments or doing work or anything like that, I may take a gander at a YouTube video and see what pops up. I watch a bunch of different things, and it's all kind of Blerd related. I watch people doing mini golf. I watch Funko Pop reviews. I watch video game reviews. I watch people doing live game hunting. I just watch a lot of stuff that's just nostalgic and kind of easy, carefree watching. You know, I don't have to think about nothing or anything. I even watch people doing puzzles and trivia, stuff like that. So it's all fun. So I decided, hey, I have all this stuff. I want to showcase my things too and build a community around me for my friends, my family, and anyone else who just was like, hey, I want to fit in somewhere too. So that's where the Blerd Life came from. As I said in the first video, I thought I made up a word. I was like, black nerd, blerd. Yeah, I'm a brand this, you know, I'm going. There's a whole website dedicated to it. So I'm just catching up, but I've joined some communities on Facebook, YouTube, all over different Blerd communities and nerd communities about anime and games and just different things because it's all fun to me. How I got started doing all this, back when I was in the military, I used to do IT, and one of my co-workers, he was like, hey man, you should check out this show. And I was like, what show? Show called Bleach. And I was like, all right, I'll check out some anime. I used to do Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z when I was younger, but it was all in Japanese. So there were subtitles, and I was like, I'm not doing the dub version. I want to actually read through it and change my whole perspective on anime and things like that. And since then, I've gotten into a bunch of other anime and different things. So that's where that came from. As far as all this stuff you see behind me, this came from me just growing up. You know, as I said, you know, the Nintendo back here, that was my sister's. They got it when they were young, and it was passed down to me. The other systems, Sega, that's when I got off of somebody recently. Shout out to my Masonic brother. But I got that recently, but I had a Sega, and I still have my Sega somewhere. But my 32X, I had that. You know, the Super Nintendo had that. Dreamcast had that. I actually had two Dreamcasts, and I don't even know where either one came from because I didn't buy either of them. And I hope you didn't just hear the AC turn on, but if you did, hey, we'll work through it. But yeah, I mean, most of the games and stuff like that, I had a lot of it. So the first couple of videos, the things in those videos is all just stuff I had growing up. Over time, it turned into this. I went from having just these two bookcases on the end to these bookcases, and then I got this smaller bookcase. Then it went from the smaller bookcase to now two bookcases because I have to store all the game systems and all the games and make it look nice. I mean, even everything's not up here. I still have the stuff that I got from last week's video. It's laying on my air hockey table behind the camera. I still have some stuff from the Atari systems that I got still in the box. So it's a lot of stuff, but it's just about me having fun and bringing back those old memories and just to feel the nostalgia. Everything I buy, I don't keep everything. I just keep the things that I like or I think are cool. So I'm not like all the other gamers, you know. A lot of people like, oh, RPG and, you know, story games and things like that. I'm a big Zelda guy and Mario. I play Call of Duty, but I'm more so the story mode guy. You put me online And unless I got some really good glasses on, I'm probably not going to see who I'm aiming at. But in the story mode, I can beat the game. Some of my first games that I beat, well, not first games, but most fun to beat for me was Uncharted. I pretty much beat all of those in that storyline. So those are just fun. I love the Grand Theft Autos and things like that, but I just love anything that I can sit down and have fun. My all-time favorite game is gonna have to be Guitar Hero, whether it's 1, 2, 3 Legends of Rock, World Tour, Metallica, Aerosmith, regardless of what it is, love Guitar Hero. I tell people anywhere that I go and they have the Guitar Hero stand in the arcade, whether it's Dave & Buster's or different arcades, if I've been there, my name's going to be in the top 10 for a song called Stricken by Disturbed. So if you go anywhere, if you go to North Carolina or you come to Maryland and you go to Dave & Buster's, play Stricken and see the top 10, it's going to say CDT or FLB there. So I'm just letting you know that. But that's just what I like to do. I love Guitar Hero mainly because I am a musician. Started off playing trumpet when I was in the 5th grade and have just continued playing throughout my life, middle, high school, college, the Washington football team, marching band, just different things, different groups throughout time, played at different churches. I played the piano at my church currently. So got a lot of stuff going on, but I just like to have somewhere to come, unwind, and have a good time, and that's what this is all about. I come down here, turn on, I may turn on the Wii U like I have now and just let YouTube play. Let different videos go on now. If I were to turn the camera around, we're going to get into a tour of the man cave later on down the line. Not this video, but if I turn the camera around, you'd be like, why are you watching it over here and not on any of the other TVs that you have up or on the projector? I get to all those depending on where area I'm sitting in. But have all that. We're also going to get into other things that I collect. So it's not just about games and toys. I really started collecting shoes years ago. I've stopped recently, but still have a pretty nice collection. If you think this is nice, wait till you see the shoe collection and the hat collection. As you see, I wear a hat pretty much every video. It's probably a different one every video, different shirts, things like that. So got a lot of stuff going on, but it's just what makes me happy. That's what this channel's about. Being able to come on here and just express myself and be happy. I'm normally a pretty shy guy. Most people would say that's a lie, and those people would be liars. But no, I'm normally a pretty shy guy until you really get to know me. Then, I'm one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I pretty much do any and everything for all my family and friends that know me. So that's just a lot about me. So getting into some of my favorite stuff that we have over here. I mean, lately it's been the Ataris, just because I didn't even grow up with Ataris, but they just look cool, especially the 5200. I mean, when I got it, I was like, it almost looks like on the lines of the PS3 and everything. So that's cool. Some of my other favorite things, of course, the games. I have a remote control car down there that I got when I was in 7th or 8th grade, and people, when I was in the military or still to this day, be like, hey man, let me buy that car for you. And I'll be like, no, the battery's actually in there. I have the charger, but I don't have the remote. But I just keep that. Why? Because it's nostalgic for me. Some things, yeah, I like to make, some profit off of some things, but some things is more so about, this is mine, this makes me happy. So that's that. Some of the other things, of course, anything Power Rangers is going to make me happy. As I said, my name is Black Ranger. Where did that come from? So it's a mixture of being a huge Power Rangers fan, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I kind of fell off when I got to all the other ones, but I mean, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I grew up on that, and it's a mixture of that, and like I said, me being in the military, being in the Army, used to talk about Army Rangers, so I was like, Black Ranger, hey, I'll be the Black Ranger, and I just needed a Twitter handle at one point in time, and that's where that came from, and I just stuck with it. Now, even if I ask, hey Google, what's my name? It'll say, your name is Black Ranger. Why? Because that's my moniker, that's who I go by. But that's just pretty much a little about me, Black Ranger, and how the Blerd Life started. I don't tell anyone that I'm gonna be big and have a bunch of followers and all these things. No, I'm just on here to have a good time. You know, people subscribe. I do appreciate when people subscribe, comment on the video, like the videos. It's great. And, you know, that just makes me know that somebody else is enjoying what I'm doing too. And if they do the same thing, I'm definitely gonna, you know, follow back and all that. You know, anybody who subscribes to my channel and it pops up, they're not hidden. Once they subscribe, I'm subscribing to them too, whether they're making videos or not. I am here for it. I'm here for support for everyone, because that's what we do. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, it's been a slow week as far as game hunting and adding to the collection. I got some things in the work for some weeks coming, but until those people return from business trips and being out of town, can't meet up and make those pickups. But I've been slowing down a little bit because until these eBay payouts come out for some of these games that have sold and the people haven't paid for, I'm not just going out and spending all the money. I do like to make sure I find things cheap. So if you want to know, you know, how you start building your own massive collection, I guess you would say, find things cheap. Facebook Marketplace, eBay, offer up, anything like that. You can go in there and just type in video games or specific consoles you want, specific games you want, and you can find them. You don't have to go and spend a massive amount of money to get these things. You can find deals, you can negotiate with people, you can do trades, whatever it is. And like I said, visit pawn shops, thrift stores, Goodwill, Salvation Army. Most, between Goodwills and Salvation Army and thing, most of their games range between $2 and like $6 now. That's a steal. And you can take some of those and use those to fund the rest of your things. You don't have to sell it for a bunch of money. You can go trade it in at GameStop or find someone looking for trades. You know, there are a lot of people now doing things with newer game systems and trading them for vintage games, whether it's the actual system or just the game. Nintendo Switch, it works a lot like that. I've seen a couple of different people on YouTube do it. Chase After the Right Price does it. Collector's Luck does it. And I believe Retro Rick, in one of his videos, he actually did have an opportunity to do a Nintendo Switch trade. But yeah, there are different ways that you can do this, guys. And it doesn't have to be games that you're funding. You can fund, you know, trips or different things. Just do what works best for you and make sure you have fun doing it. All right, so with that being said, this has been a great week for me for BlakRanger's Blerd Life. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I'm not going to bore you every week with little things about me. You know, if you got questions about who BlakRanger is, put it in the comments. You know, shoot me a DM. You can find me on Instagram. My name's the same, at BlakRanger, no C. And yeah, I'll be on the lookout for some more things. I hope you stay tuned in. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the content with some others. Just want to reach as many people as possible. Let them know that they can do the same thing and have fun doing it. All right, you guys. So until next week, BlakRanger out. Peace.
It's like clockwork. I got the bands coming through like clockwork. Tick, tick, tock. It's like clockwork. I got your mans coming through like clockwork. Tick, tick, tock, tock. Tick, tick, tock, tock. Tick, tick, tock, tock. It's like clockwork. Tick, tick.